Have you ever gone to the kitchen to get some jelly or a pickle and couldn't open the jar or even reach the jar? It's pretty frustrating, isn't it? You're hungry and the only thing separating you from a nice peanut butter and jelly sandwich or a crunchy pickle is the jar you can't open or even reach. Thankfully for you, there's always help nearby. What do you do when there's a jar you can't open?
I'll just call my mom. Mom, can you come and help me?
Hey, man, what's going on?
You take the jar to a grown-up with bigger hands and more arm strength.
We got it! What are you making?
Making a PB&J sandwich.
Some situations in life are like the stuck jar or a shelf just out of reach. You can try and try all you want, but you can never get it to work out the way you want it to. It'd be so nice to have God come flying down from the sky and save the day. But God doesn't work that way. Even though God doesn't cause the bad things in the world to happen, God will use the hard times to help us or even teach us something. And it sure does take a lot of perseverance to trust God when we're in the middle of something hard or scary or frustrating. For example, take the story of Joseph. Joseph was hated by his brothers and sold into slavery. Then he got into trouble for something he didn't even do and tossed into prison. God could have saved Joseph from his brothers' jealousy and anger, and God could have crashed into that prison and set Joseph free. But if God had done any of that, Joseph would not have been in the right place at the right time to save Egypt and his family from a famine. Earlier I said the word perseverance. Perseverance means continuing to do something even when it's difficult or takes a long time. Joseph was in prison for many years, and during that time the Bible says that the Lord was with Joseph and showed him kindness. Joseph continued to believe in God even when bad things were happening to him. Joseph had perseverance to believe in God. Just because it looks like God isn't saving us from the bad things happening in the world does not mean that God isn't with us during bad times. And you and I can use the bad times to learn how to better trust in God. We can learn how to have perseverance during times that are hard, scary, or frustrating. Back to that stuck jar, or the shelf too high to reach. Do you sigh and say, "Oh, looks like I'll never eat again"? Or do you trust that someone will help you reach the jar?
Thanks.
It's the same with God during times in our life that are hard or scary or frustrating. So, next time you come across a stuck jar or a shelf just out of reach, tell God you trust Him and ask for perseverance. And then go find a family member to help you.